This patient walked into the ER, alive. Hours later, dying. Those are the words that haunt emergency rooms across the country, a stark reminder of a threat that moves with devastating speed. The patient often arrives looking tired, maybe with a fever and some chills, believing they have a bad case of the flu or a simple infection that will soon pass. They might even manage a weak smile for the triage nurse. Few people in that moment can comprehend that their body is on the verge of a catastrophic internal war. This silent, swift-moving killer has a name, and it is a name we all need to know and respect: sepsis. My goal today is to break that silence. Let me paint you a picture that unfolds in emergency departments more often than any of us would like. A 68-year-old man, let's call him John, is brought in by his wife. He'd been feeling unwell for 2 days with what he thought was the flu. He had a cough. He had a fever. He felt profoundly weak. This morning, his wife became alarmed. He seemed confused. He was unsure what day it was. At the ER, he is shivering uncontrollably. His skin is clammy. He is breathing much faster than normal. He looks sick, but is awake and answers some basic questions. The triage nurse immediately recognizes something is seriously wrong. John's heart rate is 130 beats per minute. His breathing is rapid and shallow. His temperature is high. But the subtle confusion is the biggest red flag. The team springs into action. Blood is drawn for urgent labs. An IV line is inserted, and fluids are started immediately to try and support his falling blood pressure. He is given a broad-spectrum antibiotic. Within the first hour, his condition deteriorates rapidly. The monitor above his bed begins to beep with more urgency. His blood pressure continues to drop. Despite the large volumes of IV fluids being pumped into his veins, he becomes more difficult to rouse. His response is now just a groan. His skin has taken on a pale, mottled appearance, a visible sign that circulation is failing. And she understands only one thing. The man who walked out of their home this morning is now fighting for his life. To understand sepsis, you must first understand how your body is designed to protect itself. When bacteria, a virus, or another germ invades your body, your immune system launches a sophisticated and powerful counterattack. It releases chemicals into your bloodstream to fight the infection and contain the threat. But with sepsis, this life-saving response goes terribly wrong. For reasons we are still working to fully understand, the immune system goes into overdrive, becoming dangerously overactive and uncontrolled in its fight. The very chemicals it releases to fight the germs start to cause widespread inflammation throughout the body. This inflammation damages your own tissues and organs. It causes tiny blood clots to form, blocking blood flow to vital organs like your brain, heart, and kidneys. The widespread inflammation makes your blood vessels leaky, causing a dramatic and dangerous drop in blood pressure. This condition, known as septic shock, means that not enough blood can reach your vital organs to deliver the oxygen and nutrients they need to function. So let's be very clear. Sepsis is not an infection. Sepsis is the life-threatening organ dysfunction caused by a dysregulated host response to an infection. The fight to save a patient with sepsis is a race to stop this chain reaction before the organ damage becomes irreversible. Because sepsis can mimic other illnesses, knowing the specific warning signs is absolutely critical. These are the clues that should make you stop and think, could this be something more than the flu? I want you to remember these signs, repeat them, and share them. We often use the acronym TIME to make them easier to recall, because with sepsis, time is the most important factor. The T stands for temperature. This can be a high fever, which is what most people expect with an infection. But it can also, confusingly, be a lower than normal body temperature. A person with sepsis can feel unusually cold or have cold, clammy skin. Either extreme is a red flag. The I stands for infection. Look for signs and symptoms of an infection that is not getting better or is getting worse. This could be a worsening cough from pneumonia, painful urination from a UTI, or a red, swollen, and painful cut. Sepsis doesn't happen without an underlying infection. The M stands for mental decline. This is one of the most important and often overlooked signs. A person with sepsis may become suddenly confused, disoriented, or very sleepy and difficult to wake up. They might not know where they are, what day it is, or they may seem unusually anxious or agitated. For family members, this is often the sign that something is terribly wrong. The person is just not themselves. This mental change is a direct result of the body's systems beginning to fail and is a clear signal that the brain is not getting what it needs. Finally, the E stands for extremely ill. This is a constellation of symptoms that signal the body is in crisis. It includes severe pain or discomfort, often described as the worst ever. It includes pale, discolored, or mottled skin. It also includes shortness of breath or very rapid breathing, and a feeling of impending doom, a sense that something is catastrophically wrong. A very fast heart rate is another key part of this picture. Any one of these signs is concerning. A combination of them is an emergency. Remember, TIME. Temperature, infection, mental decline, extremely ill. One of the most frustrating and dangerous characteristics of sepsis is its ability to masquerade as less severe illnesses. This camouflage is the primary reason for critical delays in diagnosis and treatment. In its earliest stages, the symptoms are vague and nonspecific. The natural human response: rest, drink fluids, wait for it to pass. That creates a dangerous window of false security. People try to manage at home thinking a day or two will fix it. Those meds can mask the severity of fever. While resting at home, the septic process can accelerate, and organ damage can begin silently. Recognition is challenging even in clinics and ERs. The initial picture can be ambiguous. Not every septic patient has a high fever. Some, particularly the elderly or the very young, may have a normal or low temperature. A family member saying, "He was perfectly fine yesterday, but today he is confused and breathing fast." Without that context, sepsis can hide until it strikes with full force. That's why awareness matters. No one understands the terrifying speed of sepsis quite like an experienced emergency room nurse. They are the sentinels at the hospital's front door, trained to detect the subtle shifts that signal a patient is moving from sick to critically ill. I have seen people walk into my ER talking and apologizing for bothering us. They'll say, "I just have this fever I can't shake." And I've seen those same people just a few hours later, intubated, and on 3 different medications to keep their heart beating. The speed is brutal. When the team suspects sepsis, there's a palpable shift in the room. The pace quickens. Communication becomes direct and clipped. We know we have what we call the golden hour. Get fluids in. Get those first dose antibiotics on board. Listen to your gut. Listen to the family. They know the patient best. I listen. Families see changes before our monitors do. When a patient with suspected sepsis arrives in the emergency room, a highly coordinated and time-sensitive protocol is initiated. The goal of this bundle is simple and urgent: to stabilize the patient, support their failing organs, attack the underlying infection as quickly and aggressively as possible. The first critical step is to administer intravenous fluids, and lots of them. At the same time, blood cultures are drawn. Immediately after blood cultures are obtained, the next crucial step is the administration of broad-spectrum antibiotics. While fluids and antibiotics are being given, the patient is placed on continuous monitoring: heart rate, blood pressure, breathing, oxygen levels. Lab tests are run to measure lactate levels and to assess kidney and liver function. If blood pressure does not respond to fluids alone, medications called vasopressors are started to raise blood pressure. This entire process is a high-stakes, multi-pronged attack aimed at stopping the septic cascade in its tracks. While the medical team has the tools and training to fight sepsis, one of the most powerful weapons in this battle is you. You know the patient's baseline. Never underestimate the power of your own observations and instincts. If you notice they are becoming more confused, more sleepy, or are breathing faster than usual, that is a critical piece of information. In a medical setting, be specific. Say, "He had a fever this morning, but now he doesn't know what year it is." This is not like him at all. Use the word sepsis. Ask directly, "Could this be sepsis?" If sepsis is possible, trust your instincts. If it feels wrong, seek help immediately. Go to an emergency room. When you get there, clearly state your observations and concerns. fever, confusion, rapid breathing. Sepsis is formidable, but not invincible. It thrives in silence. It falters with awareness and swift action. We all have a role. Know the signs. Act fast. Share the knowledge. The life you save could be someone you love, or it could be your own.